Hi there, this is Maliha, the creator behind the SCROLLZ template, and in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through section by section on how you can easily edit this template even with zero technical skills. So without any more talking, let's just dive right into the tutorial. So once you remix your template, you are going to see something like this. Now in order to zoom in and out of your canvas, you can hold the control or command key on your keyboard and use the scroll wheel of your mouse, and you can click and drag using the scroll wheel button of your mouse to move around your canvas. Now on the left hand side, you are going to see this pages tab, and under this tab you will be able to easily switch between different pages of your template. Once you click on this desktop breakpoint and go to layers, you are going to be able to see all of the sections this template comes with. Now in order to change the order of any particular section, all you have to do is click on that section once and use the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard to move that section around. You can also delete any section you want by hitting the backspace or delete key on your keyboard. In order to undo a change, simply hit Ctrl or Command Z on your keyboard, and then in order to redo a change, simply hit Ctrl or Command Shift Z on your keyboard. I would not recommend that you delete any section here because you may need it in the future. What you can do is set the section that you don't want right now to invisible. In order to do that, simply select the section of your choice, and on the right hand side, set it to visible no. And you can set it to visible yes again anytime that you want in the future. Under the Assets tab on the left hand side, you are going to see text and color styles. So under the color styles, you can see all of the colors that have been used on this template. You can go ahead and edit the colors from here according to your own brand colors, and they are going to change everywhere on the template. For typography, you will see heading and body styles on the left hand side. You can go ahead and edit all of the text typography properties here, and they are going to change everywhere on the template. Now that those basic things are out of the way, we can start editing our template section by section. So let's start off with the navbar first. Now in order to edit your navbar, simply double click on it and then double click on it again, and from here you can double click on this logo to replace it. And once you are here, all you have to do is delete everything inside of this primary variant. So using the backspace or delete key on your keyboard, I'm just going to get rid of everything, and then you can add in your own logo SVG or PNG file. Just as an example, I'm going to go inside of my file explorer. I am going to Control C this, and I'm going to make sure that the primary variant is selected, and then Control V it here. And then once the SVG file is inside of the frame, I'm going to select it, lock the aspect ratio, and then give it a size. And once you go back, you will see that your logo has been updated everywhere. Now for your menu items, simply click on any of the menu item once, and then on the right hand side you are going to see all of the properties that you need to edit. And then in case you want more menu items added here, all you have to do is hit Ctrl or Command D on your keyboard, and then on the right hand side simply edit it this way. And then in case you would like to get rid of a menu item, simply hit the delete or backspace key on your keyboard. And for the button, click on it once, and on the right hand side you're going to see all of the properties that you need to edit your button. Keep in mind that the changes that you are making here on the primary variant are going to update everywhere, even on tablet and mobile, so you don't have to worry about editing those separately. You can also go ahead and click on this frame, and on the right hand side you're going to see all of the colors that are being used here. You can go ahead and make edits to these as well. Now coming back, we can now move on to editing our hero section. For the text, simply click on it, and on the right hand side you can go ahead and rewrite your text here. For these images, simply click on these once, and on the right hand side you will be able to easily upload your own image here. For this scrolling reel section, simply click on it just once, and on the right hand side you are going to see all of the fields that you need to make your edits. Now if you go ahead and hover on any of these fields, it is going to reveal the full field title so that you know exactly what that field is meant for, and you can go ahead and make all of the edits here. The client logos section, all you have to do is on the right hand side simply open up any of these logo layers, and then under here simply hit the delete or backspace key on your keyboard, click on the empty layer, and then add in your own client logos here. So just as an example, again, I am going to go to my own files, and I'm going to Control C this SVG file and then Control V it here, and then again I'm going to select it, lock the aspect ratio, and then give it a specific size, and then that is basically it. This is how you replace these logos. Now for this section, simply click on any of these stats just once, and on the right hand side you will see all of the fields that you need to make your edits, and then you can also click here once, and on the right hand side you can make all of your edits easily. These texts you can double click and then rewrite your text. For the services section, simply click once on any of these cards, and on the right hand side you are going to see all of the fields that you need to make your edits. Let's say that the icons here are not enough for your needs and you would like to add in your own icons. Now in order to do so, you can double click here on this card and then double click here on this icon, and then this is going to open up a canvas that looks like this. Now in order to add in additional icons, you can click on any of these and then click on this plus button, and inside of this frame you are going to add in your own icon. So just as an example, to further clarify, I'm going to make sure that this frame is selected and then Control V, and then it seems like it didn't actually get uploaded inside of this frame, inside of this vector frame. So I'm just going to click here again, Control Exit to cut it, and then click on this vector layer and then Control V it to make sure that it gets pasted inside, and then lock in the aspect ratio again, give it a specific size, and then make sure that this is centralized by clicking here and then clicking here, and then you can give it a name by double clicking here, and then once you go back to your home page, on the right hand side, once you click here, you are going to see your new icon appear here, and of course you can always go ahead and edit its colors by clicking on this new icon and then clicking on these path and join layers to edit the fill properties. If you would like to add more services here, you can always Control D and then replace all of the content here, and then you can do the same for the R process section as well. If you wish to add more reviews, you can Control D, and then if you wish to add more video reviews, you can simply click here once, go here and add more reels from here. You can also delete anything that you don't want by right clicking and clicking on remove. For the FAQs, simply click once on this accordion, and on the right hand side you are going to see that you can add up to 7 different questions and their answers. All you have to do to add additional questions is type in your text here and hit enter, and then if you wish to get rid of any extra question, simply select all of the question text and hit backspace and enter, and it's going to disappear just like so. Now in order to edit the footer, simply double click here again, and then just like the navbar, you can click on these menu items once, and on the right hand side you can make the edits here. Now for the projects page, once you click here on the projects page, you will see that it looks something like this. In order to edit this content, all you have to do is edit your CMS collection. Now this page as well as this page, these two pages are connected to your CMS. So you have to open your CMS here, and from here you can view these dummy collections that I've created. Think of this as an Excel or Google form, and you can simply fill out all of this information. Now let's say you want to add in additional items. You can do so by clicking here on this plus icon, and then let's say that you want to edit the fields that are here, such as the niche, status, client name. You can do so by clicking on field and then clicking on this little check mark icon to add a field, or clicking on these three dots to remove or duplicate a field. You can also double click on any of the fields to rename them. Right now you have two different dummy collections, projects and services. You can go ahead and make changes to both of these easily, and once you do so, you will see that all of the content on your projects pages has also been updated automatically. I would like to mention is here on the individual project page for these videos, for the full project gallery section, if you click once on any of these, you will see a video volume option here. So you have to turn this volume up if you want your visitors to hear the sound of your video once they activate this little icon. I would also like to mention that if you click on the projects collection and then click on fields and then scroll down, you are going to see these video options here. Now if you click on any of these video options, on the right hand side you are going to see that these two file types have been added. So what that means, if you are trying to add a different file format here, such as an MOV file, then that basically won't work. In order to make that work, you are going to click on add file type and then add in your desired file type here. Once you try adding in your MOV formatted video again here, then it's going to work. Once you are happy with the edits that you have made, you can simply go ahead and publish your site. But before you do so, make sure that you click on this little gear icon and go inside of your settings, go to general, and from here you can update your site title, language and description. This is good for SEO purposes. For connecting a domain, simply click on domains on the left hand side, and from here you can simply follow the steps the framer prompts you to take, and it is pretty straightforward, so there's not much explaining to do here. To purchase a plan, simply click on plans and you can choose the plan that suits your needs best. Also go to general, scroll down and then update your favicon here, as well as your social preview image, how it appears on social media, Apple Touch icon, all of those things. You can also update your title and description per page level as well if you feel like you need it. And once that is done, click on this blue publish button here and your site is basically going to go live on the internet. And this is how simple it is to edit the SCROLLZ template in just a few minutes. I hope that this tutorial was helpful and made your editing journey easier. Best of luck with your new website, and I will talk to you next time.